Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest tonight plays Rachel Dennis on Central Park West. It's a pleasure having her here tonight. Please welcome Kylie Travis to our show. You know, we almost wore the same thing tonight.
These are my blood sport pants.
What, can I just ask, first of all, what are those made of?
Vinyl, I think.
Wow, yeah. That's fine. They're available everywhere in stores, just vinyl pants. Women do that now. They wear vinyl pants.
Vinyl is cool.
Yeah, apparently. Very cool. It looks very nice. Are these real? If those were real...
I wish they were real, mate.
Oh. No?
No.
What are they made of?
I think glass.
Oh. Just say they're real, and everyone will be like, wow.
Wow.
Very cool.
What a wonderful life she leads.
Yeah, well, welcome to the show. Thanks very much for coming.
Thank you.
You know, I saw you for the first time on Models, Inc. That's where I first saw you work. And you're on Central Park West now.
Correct.
You've had quite a nice run. You've been on some good shows. Before this, though, I understand you've had some odd jobs.
I've had a few odd jobs. Yeah.
You were a horse breeder. Is that right?
Yeah, in Spain.
You were, now I don't know anything about that. I don't know what a horse breeder does, other than just get male and female horses together, supply the wine, you know. Beyond that, what do you do?
That's how it is in Spain. It was very funny. I was actually down at the Kentucky Derby recently, and sort of everyone's sitting there sipping their tea, watching as sort of they come in and they sort of go out and they, ooh, interesting. The ladies all sort of sitting around drinking mint juleps and stuff. In Spain, it's much more of a fandango, you know. You got the Spanish guys there, and they're all real macho, you know, with the vet. They lead the horse in, and, you know, the mare's there or whatever, and they're all going on about the similarities. Whoa, yeah, this is me. This, yeah, it's sort of like that big, you know what I mean? They're all going...
Oh, God!
Comparing
really?
themselves. It's like, oh, God.
That's a nice guy, yeah.
And in Kentucky, they're in and out. It's like 2 minutes, all very nice, and then they're out. And, you know, we're sort of chasing these guys around the corral for about, a couple of hours, and then it's like, oh, didn't happen, or he... Oh, kind of the wrong way or whatever.
Oh my God!
Really very nasty.
I'm so sorry I asked. Like, so there are times where you get the horses together and it just doesn't work out, and
most of the time it doesn't work out.
Does the guy horse, is he kind of like sheepish afterwards? Like, oh, sorry, I got nervous.
No, we had a nice time, regardless.
Do you do anything at all to try and make the mood more romantic for the horses? Is there anything you can do, or it's not...
What, lower the lights?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Exactly.
No, it's very raw.
Play some Engelbert Humperdinck, you know, get the horses really cool and relaxed. And so you did that for a while, and...
Did that for a while.
Yeah, and you thought, enough of this, I'm going to move on to acting. All right, now I understand, you're from Australia, right?
Correct.
Which part of Australia?
Perth.
Perth,
well,
okay.
Originally from Kalgoorlie, which is sort of a mining town that no one's ever heard of, but...
All right. Now, tell me, what's it like growing up in Australia? I mean, I've seen the Mad Max movies, and that's, so I just think it's everyone driving around, shaved heads, trying to run each other off the road. There's a guy there named Skull, and...
Well, it's sort of like that where I grew up. Yeah.
Oh, so it is like that. It's a post-apocalyptic world.
Where I come from, it was very much like that, yeah. Lots of drinking and fighting, and... No, it was good fun.
Did you get out, like, you have to be an outdoors person there? Did you go out much? And...
Well, my father was a geologist, and so, you know, he had all girls, and I was the oldest of them, and so we were a great disappointment to him. So, he used to take us off into the bush on these sort of survival missions and things, and leave us out there. We were like 6 years old. You know, me and my three...
What do you mean? He would literally leave you out there? Would he leave you a canteen or anything?
A compass. He'd, like, you know, and he taught us how to, like, find the berries or whatever, and how to, like, look for water and all this sort of things. And he'd go, okay, we'll see you back at camp. He'd leave us like a mile out. We'd all, like, you know, whatever. Yes, Dad, okay. And there was sort of always a very disappointed look on his face when we actually did wander back. He's like, oh, you're that.
A little disappointed in the whole thing. Really? So you were, like, at a young age, you were just left in the outback and told to find some berries with a compass.
It's a bit like New York, yeah.
It's the same principle. I just watched cartoons as a kid. That's all I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I didn't.
We didn't have anything. You know, we did have television for about 2 hours a day. It sort of came on, yeah.
If you at that age had left me in the desert, I would have died in 30 seconds. Literally. I'd have tripped over a rock and been killed that fast. Now, you've played, on the 2 shows that you've been on, both times, you have played kind of a bitchy woman. Is that fair to say?
Funnily enough, yes.
Why is that? Do you know why that's happened?
I swear to God, I don't know. Like, even my first show, I said, because I went up originally for another role in that, and then they said, you'd be much better as Julie, which was the bitch. And I was like, I'm sort of a nice person. Why does everyone keep saying me as the bitch? And then it's happened again, so... And this one's worse.
This one's worse than the one on Models, Inc.?
Oh, she's appalling. Truly appalling.
So what happens when you get the script and it just says, you know, your character, parentheses, the bitch,
it's a giggle.
you know? Really?
It is a giggle. Yeah, I mean, and when I first came on this show, you know, like all these shows, you know, they say, well, she's not going to be that bad. And then you sort of, you know, 2 episodes into it, you know, the horns appear.
Yeah, and you start blowing up the cast with bombs and stuff. Is your character are they gonna show a nice side of your character at all? Or is it just all bitch all the time, turn up the knobs?
I keep asking that. I said, she's gonna have some redeeming qualities, but not yet. But we are only episode 11 so far.
Okay, so you're not sure yet exactly?
No, I'm not completely 100% sure.
All right, well, I understand you just hung out this weekend with Donald Trump. You wanna tell us about that? That's most people's fantasy weekend, yeah.
I went down for the fight. It was my first fight, actually, with Lennox Lewis, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Tommy Morrison. And, yeah, so Trump, we went down in Donald, the Donald, as they call him.
He is legally known as the Donald now.
The Donald, and, you know, the plane with the beds and the whole thing. It was very good fun.
He has beds on this plane?
He has beds on the plane, yeah. So there was, like... it was
Why?
But
Sorry, someone had to ask. So, how was this weekend? Yeah, so and he
it was fun. So we'd sort of, it would be like you'd get to, you know, it was like military precision. So every place you'd get to, you'd sort of like just arrive and you'd just sort of have your drink. It would be, and you just about to say, okay, we're moving on. It was like, no, and someone would take it out of your hand and you're on to the next. And then
people are moving you around on the plane.
No, once we were there, we had to go to this dinner and then to this and then to the fight, and then it was like very much precision.
Sounds like hell.
It was actually good fun. So we were up to like 9 o'clock in the morning gambling, my girlfriend and I, on the slot machines with our little buckets, you know.
Did you have a good time?
These serious degenerates.
Did you like it?
I had a blast. It was great.
Did you lose or did you win?
We won. No one believes us, but we did win.
Good. Well, no, some people do win. Did you win like? I mean, I get excited if I win like $11. You know,
we actually won. I can't believe it. We actually won quite a lot.
You won over $800,000, didn't you?
No,
those are real, aren't they? All right, I thought so.
Not quite that much.
All right, well, Central Park West, I should tell everybody, is Wednesdays at 9 on CBS. Kylie Travis, thanks so much for stopping by. Nice to meet you. Good to meet you. Kylie Travis, everybody. We'll be right back with Edwin Collins. Stick around.